When you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? Was it a fighting ninja? Was it a nurse? Maybe a lawyer? Or queen of the world? Well, at the age of 18, we are expected to know what we want to be when we grow up. We're expected to head off to college and pick a major. Or do you pick a major and then a school? Maybe your parents told you what you should be. Influenced you on what you should be when you grow up. Maybe a high school guidance counselor advised you, or maybe you always knew what you wanted to do and you followed your heart. For those of you that didn't know what you want to be when you grew up and you tossed and turned at night and stressed and contemplated, decided, and then changed your mind and then changed your mind again, if that was you, raise your hand. Wouldn't it be nice if you had a crystal ball that can help answer all of those questions for you? Like, will my college degree really pay off? Or how much money will I make? What about if, will I really be able to find a job upon graduation? Or if I move to another state, will I be able to make more money? Well, my goal here today is to help answer some of those questions for you. The U.S. Department of Labor and Statistics puts out an occupational outlook handbook that tells you significant points about all occupations, working conditions, minimum education needed, projected job growth through the year 2022, and earnings, the projected earnings through the year 2022. So for those of you that wanted to be a nurse, let's take a look at a few significant facts that it tells you about a registered nurse. So in 2012, the median pay for a nurse annually was over $65,000, and the median education needed was an associate's degree. And the job outlook through the year 2022 for a nurse is 19%, which is to grow faster than the average for all occupations. Does that help answer some of your questions? The Occupational Outlook Handbook also tells you and measures earnings and wages in occupations and their statistics. Remember the questions that we had, like, will my degree really pay off and how much money will I make? Well, the Occupational Outlook Handbook states that college graduates earn nearly twice as much, that's twice as much as high school graduates. It also says that among the highest paid full-time workers with at least a bachelor's degree earned over $2,500 per week in 2014, compared to high school graduates that earned $1,300 per week. So yes, your college degree really does pay off. So what about the question, will I be able to find a job upon graduation? Well, let's take a look at some of the fastest growing occupations through the year 2022. The Occupational Outlook Handbook states that psychologists are expected to grow at 53%. That's 53% faster than other occupations with an annual pay of $83,000. Interpreters have a projected growth rate of 46% and a median pay of $45,000. Diagnostic medical sonographers or ultrasound technicians have a projected growth rate also of 46% and a median pay of $66,000. Are some of you thinking you might want to reconsider about what you want to be when you grow up? So if I move to another state, will I be able to make more money? Well, according to this graph put out by the Occupational Outlook Handbook, the red parts are the higher paying ratios. So if you look at that, so you can see California, Colorado is high, DC, and actually According to the Occupational Outlook Handbook, the District of Columbia, or Washington, D.C., has the largest wage gap from highest to lowest. In D.C., the highest paid 10% earned more than 6 times, that's 6 times more than the lowest paid 10%. That's the the highest ratio in the United States. The lowest ratio in the country is in South Dakota at 3.5%. Translation, if you live in South Dakota, you might want to consider moving. So if you would like more information about occupations and their statistics, you can go to www.bls.gov/OOH. So in conclusion, we learned that the U.S. Department of Labor and Statistics puts out an Occupational Outlook Handbook that tells you significant points about an occupation, the projected growth for that occupation, yearly earnings, and minimum education needed. We looked at the occupation of a nurse. We also learned that the Occupational Outlook Handbook measures earnings and wages in occupations and their statistics. And we learned that a college degree really does pay off. So whether you want to be a lawyer or nurse or fighting ninja, you now know where to go to get all of your questions answered. Thank you.